YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 2, entitled Vecna's Curse, baby. Let's get into it. Now, if you've been to the channel before, you didn't know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one. Okay, so Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 2, entitled Vecna's Curse. This is let's see what we got. So we start off with Jim seeing what we've seen before, in the past, just how he was trapped, on the last season. And then seeing yeah, there was nothing new really. It was just seeing the same scene that they did with him being trapped and jumping out when the machine blew up, and then the doors closed to the upside down, right? And then from there we go, to present time, you know what I'm saying? And we see Max waking up to sirens, you know what I'm saying? And the police are going to Eddie's house, you know what I'm saying? And it's because of, the death of Chrissy. Now, what ends up happening is Eddie did run away after the incident happened, but his uncle ended up coming back home, found the body, you know what I'm saying, was probably freaked out, and then made the call to the police officers, which is why they're, arriving to the scene and investigating at this point. All right. So then from there, my bad, yo. I had to get some water. And then from there, we see that Mike arrives in Lenora or something like that. That's the place that that Elle and my voice is all messed up from choking, bro. That's the place that Elle lives at now with Joyce and Will. So anyways, he arrives there. He meets up with Elle, Will, and Jonathan, and Argyle, which is Jonathan's friend. And then we find out, Elle, yo, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I needed some more water. Anyways, so we end up finding from Elle that, she tells Mike, hey, I got plans for today. So, everything's going to be, we're going to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? And then we see Mike and Will like kind of like hug per se, whatever it may be, but things seem kind of like just weird between the two. You know what I'm saying? Like not so much on Mike's side, but more so on Will's side. Kind of like he's jealous. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, from there, we see that Murray's on his way to Joyce's house. You know what I'm saying, to figure out like what to do about this letter. You know what I'm saying, like whatever it may be to help her out. And then from there we see Steve and Robin, and they're talking about Vicky. And then we end up seeing that the news is spreading around about Chrissy's death. Now, the news is saying that somebody, like, a high schooler died, whatever it may be, but it's not naming who it was. So that's going around. But we do know that Max knows, exactly who died. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. So anyways, Max ends up going to Dustin to tell him what she knows about what happened for the situation of last night when Chrissy died. And so from there, Dustin and Max go looking for Eddie because, you know, Dustin will probably have the best, um, you know, he would maybe know where Eddie is, you know what I'm saying, before anybody else, you know, since he's part of the Hellfire Club. Um, like I said, they go looking for Eddie because, of course, he knows what, you know, per se what happened to Chrissy. And then Maury and Joyce, they end up talking about the letter that she found in the doll. And then we see more of what happened to Jim, you know, after, you know, the explosion and the closing of the Upside Down. Um, and after that, we see Mike and Elle, you know, doing their thing, doing what you know, she had planned for the day. And Will is with them as well. So they go to the skating ring, and like Will and Mike talk about Elle lying to him, as far as, you know, everything is not great. She doesn't have any friends. She's getting picked on. You know, she's having a rough time, when she's telling the opposite. And, you know, uh, then things kind of get heated between those two. Um, so, anyways, one of the Elle says that one of her friends is Angela, and Angela is actually her bully at the school. And Angela and her friends end up actually showing up at the skating arena, which is basically going to hamper the plans that she has with Will. Plus, he's probably going to find out that she's lying about a lot. Um, and then from there, we see Jason, and he's getting questioned by the cops about Chrissy because they knew that, you know, those two were close. So they're questioning him about, like, you know, where were you at? Da 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 da. Right. After the talk, he puts two and two together, and he finds out that that something has happened to her. You know what I'm saying? And the last person she was seen with was Eddie. So, you know, he's going after Eddie, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So from there, Dustin and Max, they go to Robin and Steve to their job to use their computer. And, you know, as they're doing such, they end up filling Robin and Steve on they end up filling them in about what happened to Chrissy, what Max saw happen to Chrissy. So anyways, we go back to the skating ring, and Angela ruins Elle's day. She, you know, makes fun of her in front of Mike. Then they go to they go to the skating ring, like the skate and everything like that. And then there's a cameraman there. They play some music. They make fun of her. Then they throw a shake on her. Then she falls down, and her day is just ruined. You know what I'm saying? Um. So Joyce calls. Then we go back to Joyce. Joyce calls the number on a letter. A person picks up the phone. His name is Enzo, I guess, right? That's what he's going by, if that's not really his name. And he tells her to come to Alaska, bring a certain amount of money, and you know, I'll get Jim back to you. You know what I'm saying? And then we go to Jim, and we see he's getting tortured to get info about, you know, certain things that he knows, but he won't break. You know what I'm saying? So the Russians end up sending them to this camp, I don't know if it's a concentration camp or just a regular camp, but you know what I'm saying, they're treating people like slaves. It's like a prison basically. So anyways, after that we see Jason, and he gets the basketball team together, and he talks to them, about like what happened, per se, like what he knows about what happened to Chrissy, and that he knows the last person that saw Chrissy was Eddie. So he gets them to come and hunt down Eddie. You know what I'm saying? So now the whole basketball team, well, the people that were with him, like the 4 or 5 people that are with him, are gonna go hunt down Eddie, and Lucas is with that team, and so he's feeling weird because he knows Eddie, and he knows he wouldn't be comfortable doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard situation for him. He's like kind of stuck right in the middle. Do I mess with my basketball team, or do I mess with my Hellfire crew? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. So, anyways, we go back to Max, and she basically, you know, finds out a lead on where Eddie is. So, Max, Dustin, Robin, and Steve, they go to check out the lead. You know what I'm saying? They go to where they think that he may be. And then from there, we see Nancy and Fred, and they've been trying to find a lead as well, or at least find out, what happened to Chrissy. You know what I'm saying? And then Nancy ends up talking to Eddie's uncle, and he at first, she's like, I don't want to talk to you, I know you're a reporter or whatever. And she's like, I'm a good person. I really want to know your story. You know what I'm saying? What's your story? And I'm on your side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to dirty you or dirty Eddie in any way possible. You bring the light to the situation in the way that you want to. You feel me? I'm not just some regular reporter trying to get a story. You know what I'm saying? I want the truth, and I want the truth to come from you. So as she's talking to Eddie's uncle, as Nancy's talking to Eddie's uncle, Fred ends up having a vision like Chrissy did. And he had one earlier as well, when they were actually on the way to where to the area that Eddie and his uncle lives at. As they were on the way there, they ran into a cop. The cop told them that you guys are not allowed to be here, whatever it may be. And then Fred had a vision at the with the cop, and things were getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it really didn't happen. But it was a vision that he was having. So let's go back to this. Like I said, Nancy's talking to Eddie's uncle, and then Fred's having another vision. You feel me? And then Eddie, still continuing to talk to Nancy about, whatever happened, and she ends up telling him about a man named Victor Krill, and Victor Krill is somebody, I guess, that per se killed his own family, and I guess he like pushed her eyes in. You feel me? Like after they were dead, and that's what happened to Chrissy. So he's like, I feel like he's back. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Victor Krill is old, and he's also locked up in an asylum. So we don't, it's kind of weird, but it's an interesting, story to learn about. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Fred is still having his vision, and then Nancy sees that Fred actually left where she was at. So she stops talking to Eddie's uncle, so she can go look for Fred. And then from there, we see Jim again, and he's been taken to the prison camp. And from there, we see Joyce and Murray. They're trying to find clues about Enzo. And then from there, we see Mike and Will, and they have a talk about their relationship and how things ended, and how things are going. And it's a crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy situation. Then they go try to find Elle, because she was obviously, hurt by, what just took place, getting bullied in front of her boyfriend. And then Elle actually comes out, and she goes to confront Angela, and Elle hits Angela in the face with the skate, and like busts her nose and give her like a grade 2 concussion. And then from there we see Dustin and and the crew They get to where Eddie is, and then they're looking for him, and they end up finding Eddie, and he's like spooked. You know what I'm saying? Like he's holding this broken bottle against Steve's. I'm sorry, against Steve's neck, and Dustin's trying to calm him down, let him know like we're here to help you out, bro. We got you. You feel me? Like, and then Dustin and the crew try to get Eddie to tell them, what happened, to Chrissy, and he does, and everything like that. And then Joyce is still looking for Fred, and then Eddie explains what he saw happen to Chrissy, and then Dustin and the crew then fill Eddie in about like what they know, what they've been experiencing, right? And then simultaneously, as these things are going on, Fred ends up having another vision. He ran deep into the forest. Fred has another vision where he sees his car crash, and a person comes out of the car that's on fire, and I don't know if that's supposed to be him or his friend that died. And then same thing happens to Fred that happened to Chrissy. You know what I'm saying? He's in a trance. He can't escape. Vecna comes after him, puts his hand over him, and then his body floats. And then, just a, you know what I'm saying? Everything is broken. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the episode ended it. But yeah, man, dope episode for sure, for sure. 3 favorite scenes of this will be Fred's vision of the cop when he was dealing with the cop. When Fred and Nancy were trying to get to where Eddie lived, he had that vision with the cop, and it just looked crazy. You feel me? Looked real sinister. Second favorite scene would be Elle hitting Angela, because that's what Angela deserves. That's what you get, bruh. I don't care. You want to cry and all stuff like that after you done treated her that bad, bro? Like, nah, you deserve everything you got, and you got it. And I laughed I laughed the whole time, bro. I laughed. Elle, that's how you do it. You go ahead, you do your thing. Even if you ain't got powers, you stand up for yourself. And you did, and I appreciate it. I loved it. Cry on, Angela. I hope you're still crying to this day. Third favorite scene would be Fred's death, bro. That, just seeing how these people be dying when they be in them trances when Vecna has them, and, then going from the vision world, the dream world per se, back to the real world, and then they getting like, it is crazy, bro, but I'm here for it, bro, all the way. But that's it. That'll be 3 of my favorite scenes. The grade for this, I gotta give it a 10. Last episode, I gave it 9.5. This episode was just as good, if not better. I gotta give it a 10, baby. So it's a 10 for this episode, man. Woo. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you like episode 1 or episode 2 better? Do you like the way things are going? Do you like this? Because I'm so pumped for this, bro. This is going the way that it needs to go. And this is just real dark, bro. It's real sinister. And I'm just not used to seeing this from Stranger Things. And the fact that we're getting this from Stranger Things is blowing my mind, bro. Let me know about that in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Till next time.